everybody, Crafting Journey here, that Journey chick on Instagram. Welcome to another edition of Crafting and Crime Daily. This is a show designed so that you can sit and do your crafts, whatever that might be, cross stitch, loom knitting, diamond painting, and then you can enjoy my coverage of some live trials. So today we're going to talk about this horrendous visit to the dentist that I had yesterday. Really tried my patience. Yes, it did. So first I want to say, please don't forget to hit the like button on your way in or out of the show. He is somebody I abuse on a regular basis. Today, he has to do the vacuuming.
Hey!
Yes, you do. Okay. Don't forget, if you're enjoying the content of the show, to consider subscribing and ring the notification bell so you don't miss a single episode of Crafting and Crime Daily. Each episode is numbered and each particular trial is playlisted. So, on with the show. Okay, first of all, let us get our planner out. Let's do the planner. Planner. Okay. So it is December 15th, Wednesday. I'm working from home today. I do have one more unboxing. I need to get up there. It's a Christmas unboxing, so I better get it up there. It's a Dreamer design. So I filmed it a while ago. I just been lazy and haven't edited it. So yeah, you'll get that today. And I do want to apologize about yesterday's show. Because I was at the dentist. You know, I filmed the show, did the editing. So all I had to do was upload it to YouTube, right? So I get to the dentist's office. Nobody knows the code to the Wi-Fi. They're like, we don't know the code. Anyway, it's a long story. So I finally figured it out, the code to their Wi-Fi. I figured it out. So, but the upload was so slow. Oh my God. And I think it didn't go live till like 6 o'clock last night, which is when I left the dentist's office. Yeah. Crazy, huh? Yeah. Okay, today is National Cupcake Day. We get to celebrate cupcakes. And this day in history, we are going to talk about John Paul Getty III. Let's write that in. John Paul Getty. This is a long name. Getty III. That's what we're going to talk about. Yeah, that's it for the planner. So today I'm just going to work at home, try to get some YouTube stuff done. Relax, because after yesterday, man, what a day. Okay. Let's do the gnome, because it's Christmas time. Okay. 10 days till Christmas, guys. Today's the 15th. Christmas is on the 25th. 10 days. Hi, Nomi. Hello. And welcome to the show. All right, let's see what our random act of kindness is for today. Have you been doing the random acts of kindness? Did you open the door for somebody yesterday? I hope so. Okay. Today we are going to send a surprise gift to someone. That's a good one. I like that. Okay. Bye, Nomi. See you later. Okay. Send a surprise gift to somebody today. Yeah. Ooh, that's a great idea. I have to think about that, because that's pretty fun. It really is. All right. Let's talk about the dentist. So I had a chipped tooth. So my appointment's at 11:30. I'm going to do a little diamond painting while we talk about it, because I didn't do any diamond painting yesterday. None whatsoever. So I get to the dentist's office. Don't recognize the dentist. So I asked somebody, I'm like, is this guy new? And they're like, oh yeah. The other guy went into private practice. I said, well, isn't this a private practice? Oh no, this is not a private practice. I'm like, what? How can a dentist's office not be a private practice? So apparently it's a chain. It's called Marketplace Dentistry, but it's a whole chain of these dental offices, which I did not know. Okay, I learned something new. So, and then they have an oral surgeon that's there a few days a week. So yesterday he was there. So I get ready and I go back, and the girl, she does the X-rays, and she does the little, where they scrub your teeth with that yucky tasting gritty stuff. And then she says, "Okay, the dentist will be in to clean your teeth." I'm like, "The dentist? What?" um, so I wait, and wait and wait, and here comes the dentist finally. And he says, "Yeah, I don't have a hygienist." I'm like, "You don't have a hygienist?" He's like, "I've been trying to hire one for 6 months. Nobody wants to work," which speaks to our economy. For a long time, it paid more to take unemployment. And the girl said it, the dental assistant said, "Should you make more money to collect unemployment?" What? Wouldn't you rather work than sit at home and do nothing? No. Yeah. No. I sit at home and craft. This says fa la 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 la, so it is a Christmas mug. Anyway, so he looks at my teeth. He sees the chip that I have, and he says, "Oh, you're going to need a crown," but I can't do that today. I'm very busy. And he says, "I can do the build up today. You come back another time for the crown." And I said, "Well, can I get it done by the end of the year?" "Oh no, it have to be next year." I'm like, "No, I need to get this done by the end of the year because I'm trying to use up my FSA money." So he says, "Well, I can do it today, but it's going to be, it's going to have to be in between other patients." I said, "Okay." And he says, "It's going to take several hours." I'm like, "Okay." So I said, "Can I just get my iPad out of the car?" "Yes." And this is when the whole, what's your code started. So I finally figured out the code and was able to enjoy the iPad in between. So he does the cleaning and tells me my teeth are great. I take very good care of my teeth. He says, "For somebody who hasn't been to the dentist since before COVID, your teeth look pretty darn good." So, because I'm an avid brush your teeth person. I'm always brushing my teeth. So he says, I'll be back in a little while to numb you up." I'm like, "Oh, okay." Well, so long story short, this went on all day. He'd come in and he'd do something, and then he'd go and leave. I'm just gonna go over here and do this, pull these roots over here. I'm just gonna go over here and pull this tooth. Just be a minute. Just be a minute. All day long. Finally, he comes in, and I'm like, "I'm not numb anymore." So he says, "Give me more shot." I ended up with 4 shots before the whole thing's over. So if any of you have been to the dentist lately, it's so cool. I think back in the day, because I'm old. So back in the day, when you needed a crown, this required 3 or 4 visits, because you would go and they would put that gummy stuff in your mouth to, so to make a mold, and then they would send the mold off to a lab, and then they would make your crown, and you'd have to come back and see if it fit, and then you get, it's this back and forth thing for forever. Crown meant, lots of work. Now what they do is they scan your tooth. They do the buildup, and then they scan the whole area, and like this picture comes up on this screen. It's a 3D printer. So the doctor comes in and he does his thing on the 3D printer, and it prints out. So he's like, "Okay, it'll be 13 minutes to print this out." I'm like, "Okay." And then he's like, "Then you have to pick your color." I'm like, "I want purple." So he says, "I can give you purple." So, because, I was just going with it then. I had notified my boss, "Hey, I'm at the dentist for a crown." So then once they do that, they have to come in and make sure it fits in your mouth and do all this stuff. And then they have to take an X-ray to see if it's sitting right. And then once everything's okay, they have to bake it for 25 minutes. then it has to cool. I'm like, oh God, I'm going to be here forever. I got out of there at 6 o'clock. But I have a real pretty crown. Not the one that goes on your head. But I was so exhausted when I left there and starving. So I texted my sister earlier, can we make some grilled cheese and tomato soup for dinner? Yeah, okay. An easy one for her. And, I thought, and then I was so hungry, I stopped and got a milkshake. Just a banana milkshake. And I'm like, oh, that's okay. So by the time I get home, I have the banana milkshake, the grilled cheese sandwich, and the tomato soup. Well, my stomach was doing backflips. I'm like, oh, Gene, I gotta go lay down. So I go lay down, and next thing you know, I'm in the bathroom. Okay, I'm gonna finish that story. A while, yeah. You might as well have just taken that grilled cheese and that tomato soup and just flushed it down the toilet. So now I'm wiped out, and I go lay down and just fall sound asleep. So I got the dog there. Apparently they were all so anxious for me to get home, and they missed me because I'd been gone all day. Tootsie's curling up next to me. I got both the cats, and all of us, we just fell sound asleep. Couldn't have been 9 o'clock. I don't even think it was, it had to be before 9 o'clock. I was exhausted. Maybe it was, I don't know what time. I don't have a clock in my bedroom. I know I was watching something. I fell asleep. I had to wake myself up, put on the CPAP, I wonder if I qualify for one of those. They have those new CPAPs that they put internally and just like press a button, and you don't have the hose and I don't know. Not everybody qualifies for that, but I'd be interested to know if I could, because I would love to get rid of that hose. Yeah. Anyway, you're like, okay, Rebecca, we came here for crafting and crime. You did. Let's talk about National Cupcake Day. This is the day to bake cupcakes. Cupcakes, the earliest reference to a cupcake is back in 1776 in a cookbook where they cooked it in a smaller tin. They used to start it out, they cooked them in these like like you would plant plants in those clay pots, and then it evolved to what we have today. Now you can get those silicone molds and all that good stuff, and which I hate silicone molds, don't like them. But cupcakes are so convenient, because it's like the perfect size. When you have a cake, you're like, no, I'll take this slice. Or you have those people that go, I just want a small slice. Yeah, just give me a small slice. I've never been a small slice person. No. Give me a slice. But no, cupcakes are better. Then you got all the frosting that you can, yeah, love it. Now I want to go get some cupcakes because I ain't going to bake today. That's not going to happen. I want to bake some chocolate chip cookies, but I haven't done that yet. I got all the ingredients, but I haven't done it. Maybe this weekend I can do some baking. I talked about the fruitcake. That's not going to happen. It's 10 days till Christmas. We're not baking no fruitcake. Plus, I told you the ingredients. Very expensive to get all those ingredients. So we're not doing that. But, pick up some cupcakes at your local grocers. There's always cupcakes in the bakery. We like at birthdays. We used to do the cake thing. Now we can, they can combine all the cupcakes and put a design on top. Yeah, and that works perfectly. Then everybody can grab the flavor that they want, and when you got teenagers, those things disappear. They're gone. So if I know my sister's almost out of creamer, maybe we can go get creamer and some cupcakes. What's your favorite kind of cupcake? I like a chocolate cupcake. I like the kind with the filling inside. Oh, so good. Yeah. I know. I need to lose weight. You don't have to tell me. I already know that's going to be in January. I'm going to cut down on the carbs in January. I don't use the word diet, not in my vocabulary, but I will cut down on some carbs. Get to exercising again, get back to the gym. All the things that make a difference, yes. So, but today, I might go get a cupcake, yeah. Just because I can. I have friend mail, guys. Let's do friend mail. First, I gotta have some coffee. Coffee. Friend mail. Okay. I came home. First, I get a text from Mickey. She's like, make sure you bring in the package off the porch. I'm like, I'm at the dentist. So my sister brought in the package off the porch. So I get home. Obviously, it's from Mickey. I'm like, Mickey, did you send me this? It weighs 9 pounds. She's smiling. She's like, yes, I did. No, 9 pounds. Hold on. So this is from Mickey Sunshine. But before I even go there, the other day I get a large box. Not quite as large as this, maybe half this size, but still a large box. And then it feels like, hey, there's nothing in this box. My sister says, I think this box is empty. Let me show you what was in that box. More friend mail for the kitty cats. I'm opening up, and this is what's in the box. Like this light feathery, there's 25 pieces in here, and it's just these little foil cat toys. Amazon seriously put this little thing that weighs nothing into a very large box and sent it to me. Like, what? Anyway, the cats, thank you very much. They are really enjoying these. They're all over the house right now. I think there's one in every room. All right, I need scissors. Okay, it is heavy. I have no clue what this could be. So she said, yeah, it's from me, birthday and Christmas, because you know my birthday is 4 days after Christmas, December 29th. So this is awesome. I needed this. Thank you, Mickey. Oh my gosh. So, foldable storage cubes, guys. What does the note say? Oh, this is awesome. Awesome. They usually put like a little, oh, here it is. A little gift note here. This is because I love you and know you too, bestie. Merry Christmas from Michelle. Aww. So, this is what I planned to put this yard in. At least until I can get it all organized, fix this cabinet, and then we're not going to put much more yarn back in there. I'll still use that cabinet for other things, but yeah. Oh my gosh, thank you, Mickey. Ooh, let's see. I think there's 4 of them in here. 4 of them. So, and I believe they have lids. Yes. Okay, let's just see here. This is, oh goodness. Oh, a divider. Okay, that's interesting. Okay. Oh, this is nice. This is really nice. All right, so this goes in here like this. Oh, we got Velcro. We love Velcro. And then it closes like that. And they're stackable. Isn't that cool? Yes, more Velcro, but I don't think the cats will bother with it. I really don't. I'm going to put it somewhere where they can't bother with it. So there's 4 of these. Isn't this great? Thank you, Mickey. Little handles on the side. Oh, wonderful, wonderful. So I said I was going to bake this weekend. I might be organizing my yarn. Because, oh, wait a minute. What? Wait, what? Oh my gosh, guys. Hold on, hold on. This one's pink. I have a pink one. Oh my God. There's a pink one. What? They're different colors and one is pink. Ah, I thought they were all the same color. Oh, that's awesome. Now I'm really happy it's pink. Okay, thank you, Mickey. That is so sweet of you. Okay, let's do crafting and crime. Okay, so we know the Ghislaine Maxwell case is on hold. Today, as we speak, there is a hearing going on for Derek Chauvin, where he's supposed to be changing his plea on the federal civil rights charges that he violated the civil rights of George Floyd. So I am going to watch that. I will bring you the details as I'm working and lurking the hearing. Also, so yeah, Ghislaine Maxwell, that comes back on Thursday. The judge gave everybody a few days off, all the jurors, maybe to do their Christmas shopping. I don't know. So the defense starts putting on their case tomorrow. And then in the case of Kimberly Potter, who shot and killed Dante Wright, the testimony continued, and it was so boring. Really boring testimony. I'm at the dentist, and I'm trying to listen to this testimony. I'm like falling asleep. Yeah. So the first guy was a commander, and he does admit, yes, Kimberly and I are friends. It's a small department, everybody knows everybody. She's been on this department for 26 years. So he gets to talk about policies, that they have a duty to, not crumble under pressure and this and that, so all the stuff that we heard in the George Floyd case, that they have a duty to the public. And one of the policies that they went over is that you don't use your weapon on a moving vehicle. So on cross-examination, he got the commander to admit that this was not a moving vehicle. It was parked. It wasn't moving. But then on redirect, the prosecution clarified that at any second that vehicle could have been moving. And is it a wise decision to use that kind of deadly force on a vehicle that, he's trying to get in and move? So there's some debate about that. And I think the jurors are going to have to decide, was this the appropriate use of force? Then the other thing was on cross-examination, he also got the commander to admit that, the officer who had his body partially inside this vehicle, if it took off, would he not have become injured? And he says, very likely, yes, he would have become injured in that situation. He goes, but I didn't investigate this case. So he says, I have not seen all the videos and the footage. So he says, I'm just going to go off what you're telling me. And if you're telling me that his body was partially inside that vehicle and the vehicle took off, yeah, he could become injured. Okay. Then the next witness was Sergeant, I don't remember his last name, but he's in charge of training. And so he talked about all of the training on tasers. And apparently it's an annual recertification. So there's an initial certification, and then there's an annual recertification. And the last time Kimberly Potter had been recertified was in March of 2021. This incident happened in April of 2021. So they went through all of what the training ensues and all of the policies, including, you know, that you turn on. He says our tasers, we order them in yellow. That you can order them in black or yellow. He says we don't use black because we want to make sure it's distinguished from the weapon. So we order ours in yellow. You do have to take the safety off. You have to do what's called a spark test. Now, I don't know what that is. And then when it comes on with a flashlight. They automatically set it that when it comes on with a flashlight and the laser, that green laser light, to show where these things are going to go. There's two prongs, and it's going to show where those prongs are going to go. You want to avoid the heart, because if you shoot it towards the heart, it's going to go into an abnormal rhythm, and then you're going to have a whole nother problem on your hands. And which is interesting, because the shot that she had was his left side. Now your heart's right here, and we know that her gun went in, I'm pointing at my boob, anterior, not posterior, not towards the back, anterior, through the heart, and out the other side. Had that been the taser, that wouldn't have been a good thing either. Yeah. So again, the jury's going to have to decide, was this the appropriate use of the deadly force? You know, was he even in, you know, did she even have a good shot with that taser? I don't know. So, and then he demonstrated that there's different ways that you could put it in your holster. There's, you know, you can pull it out this way, you can pull it out this way, and all that stuff. It went on all day, this testimony. And we still haven't gotten to the cross-examination of this training expert. So today we'll begin with the cross-examination of the person that does the training for Brooklyn City Police Department, which is, you know, the name of the police department where she worked. I don't think I've mentioned that. In any case, this is going to be a long trial. I tell you what. Yeah, because now, you know, these are all lay witnesses. They're not really lay witnesses, but we're going to hear, I'm sure, from experts, hired experts, people that are, you know, have the expertise in these fields of tasers. They're going to come and they're going to sit on the stand and, say that she shouldn't have used this type of force, and we're going to have use of force experts. It's going to mirror what we heard in the George Floyd case pretty much to a T, because this is the exact same prosecution team. Might even be the same experts. I don't know. Now, that the use of force is different than what was in the George Floyd case. I mean, we had an issue of use of force in both cases. Here, we're talking about a taser and a gun. In George Floyd, we were talking about the guy's knee on his neck. But the question in both cases is, was this the proper use of force? So we are going to hear from a use of force expert, and it may be the same one that was in the George Floyd case. I don't know. Maybe they got a deal. Hey, I got another case for you. I don't know. So let's talk about this day in history. We're going to talk about John Paul Getty. At the age of 80 years old, now let me just tell you a little bit about J. Paul Getty. J. Paul Getty made a fortune in the oil business. He was a miser. He invested very well over his lifetime, and he was a multi-billionaire. At the age of 80, his grandson is kidnapped. So on this day in history, 5 months after his kidnapping, this is the day that they find his grandson in Naples. Now, he was kidnapped by an Italian gang, and this Italian gang asked for $17 million in ransom. And he says, no, not going to pay it. And this went on for months. No, I'm not going to pay it. So finally, they sent him the grandson's severed ear. So Getty tells them, okay, the most I can come up with is $2.7 million ransom. So they said, okay, we'll take it. Deal. Because now 5 months have gone by. So they get $2.7 million. The grandson's dropped off. And everybody lives happily ever after, minus 1 year. Now, 3 years later, J. Paul Getty dies at the age of 83, leaves this huge fortune. Now the family's all fighting over it. Eventually, all the money goes to a museum. It's called the J. Paul Getty Museum, and it's based in LA and is the most richly endowed museum in the world on this earth, there, because he put so much money into this museum, and it was for the diffusion of artistic and general knowledge. That's very broad, don't you think? I'll bet his family was really pissed. Yeah. Anyway, so they found his grandson in Naples. Yeah. Okay. So that's this day in history. That is the show for today. Have a great Wednesday. Today's Craft With Me Wednesday. Oh my gosh. Yes, 6 p.m. Central. That just popped into my head. I don't even have a plan for tonight. We'll figure one out. Let's do some crafting, okay? I'll figure it out between now and 6 p.m. and decide which craft we're going to do. Maybe crochet. Have I done crochet in a while? I think I did crochet last week. We're going to do crochet again because I love crochet. I'll tell you what I'm working on, and we'll chit-chat. So I'll see you there 6 p.m. Central Time. Craft With Me Wednesday. Look for the thumbnail, and I set the reminder so you don't miss it. Okay? Have a great day, everybody. I'll see you tonight. Bye.